Hello, welcome back to Random Crap. I am your friendly neighborhood ghost, Mei Mei Chun, and I am not doing a Halloween story time yet, but I will want to share my tips and tricks on traveling for, Thanksgiving. Um, This is going to be a short and sweet, but it's, again, another tips and tricks video. Um, so, since I'm going on a Thanksgiving break pretty soon, actually, I leave on Friday and come back on December, and then I leave again for a winter break. And it's going to be an interesting time, actually, but I will get to that later. Now, here are the tips and tricks. Now, I know for some of you, traveling can be stressful. Some of you, it can be exciting, and you cannot wait to get the out of here. I totally get it. It's the anticipation for one thing, it's the stress for another thing, and it's also the preparation of going to your final destination, which is home. And I, for one, have many emotions about this. I am stressed about it because sometimes traveling stresses me out. And of course, I'm that person who has generalized anxiety, and that's also why I, tend to overthink these things. And for those of you who have traveling anxiety or just stress about, stress about traveling in general, I can actually help you, or not. Sometimes people have other things. I get that too. For one, excitement. I can also help you get excited about it because you're going home. You probably haven't seen your family since you first moved in. I haven't seen my mom since I first moved in, and she was the one who moved me in, and I haven't seen my dad in a long time either. Actually, no, I'm kidding. I saw him during the weekend. He visited. So anyway, I will start with tips number 1. And actually, for me, this was a very helpful tip for when I was going on spring break. And let me tell you, that was the most fun spring break I've ever had. First of all, I saw Gwen Stefani in Vegas. That's another story for later. Also, another Hot Topic video, who knows? But anyway, so I can give you an example from my black book, or just moleskin book, whatever you want to call it. Okay, there's also a lot of art in here, and I can also make a video out of that too. But I am going to focus on the list type of thing. What's helpful for me is, and I really kind of went overboard on this. So, okay, here was, Jesus, where is it? Okay. Here was my list, and I'm pretty sure you can't read it. I also made a packing list. Look at all the stuff on the list. So, I'll just read from the list. Okay, schoolwork, homework, go to floor meeting, because we always have a floor meeting. Clean room, make sure everything is organized, keep it clean. Make sure I have train ticket. That's a plus. Actually, just make sure you have any ticket, because if you don't have a ticket, you're pretty much, in other words, screwed. Anyway, okay. Make sure I have ride to the train station, and I even had options. Here we go. Uber, roommate, bus, walk. Walking is the last resort, people, because the train station for me is kind of far, and I'm directionally challenged. Make sure you have entertainment, meaning make sure you download things on Netflix. meant for the train, pack, obviously, and then the checklist ends at leave the March 8th, 4:15. So, okay. Now, this was before spring break to-do list. I am not even going to read what is on my packing list, and I swear to God, this was a lot of stuff I had to pack. But I got it done. It's another good idea to have a packing list, and even a shopping list for your trip too. For me. Okay, see, I got this is Wally World shopping list before spring break. Toilet bag, toiletry bag, toothbrush, tiny toothpaste, allergy stuff, Mucinex, snacks, cup of noodles. Well, obviously for my dorm. Garbage bags, paper towels, crafts and stuff. Okay, so it's always good to make a list. Now, this is probably going to be a longer, short, and sweet. Another good tip is to plan ahead, and I'm meaning for that is have a day to clean your room, because if you are in a dorm, you are most likely going to have to clean the room and check everything. Unplug things that don't need to be plugged in. Your RA probably just went over this. I don't need to go over with you because I am not an RA, but I could be. Anyway, I said list. Make sure you do everything ahead of time, like laundry. Looking over the dorm list that needs to be done. Making sure you have your tickets, making sure everything is clean, make sure you have tickets, make sure you download stuff on either Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, which I don't have yet, and I swear to God, I'm surprised I don't have it yet. Anyway, but make sure you have enough stuff to entertain you, but not too much stuff that you get overly stimulated. Make sure you get an Uber ahead of time. For me, today, I got Uber Eats, and I scheduled an Uber to pick me up at a certain time and drive me to the train station. And if that doesn't work out, I always have backup plans. Like, I could leave a little earlier and catch the mall bus that will take me to the train station, or I can just walk, and depending on where I go, hopefully there's a shortcut and not miss the train, because I worry about missing the train. Now, if you're flying home, I think there's a couple of tips for that too, but I can make that in a part 2 video. But this is just traveling by train. Now, what else do I have? Make sure you pack. And make sure you have a packing list. Because if you don't have a packing list, you will be discombobulated and you will forget things. And that's never, ever, ever a good idea. Also, and last tip, and this is the most obvious tip, but make sure you do your homework before you go home. You may have homework at home. That always kind of sucks, but, after Thanksgiving is finals and things get hectic. So you may want to do it before, even during some of your trip, depending on what your plans are, and after the trip, obviously. So that is it for Tips and Tricks Part 1, and I will do a Part 2. See you then. Bye.